Well, hello again. Thank you for staying with us. Now, just a few days ago, news broke of the resignation of SAA CEO Vuyani Jarana, the national carrier's seventh chief executive since 2001. Now, Jarana said slow decision-making processes, amongst other things, contributed to his decision to go. The South African Cabin Crew Association isn't happy and wants Jarana back. Now, the association's deputy chairperson, Shabangu, now joins me in studio this evening. Mr. Shabangu, thank you very much for your time. Now, I understand that you've written to President Cyril Ramaphosa. You want Mr. Vuyani Jarana back.
Good evening to you, Cressida, and to your viewers. Yes, that is true. We have written to the President, but not only to the President, to also the Minister. And on Friday, we should be meeting the chairperson, Mr. Makwaza, regarding this matter. Because the situation at SAA, as we speak, is volatile amongst the workers. The workers are wanting Mr. Jarana back as soon as possible. So that's the agenda that we're pushing, and that's the agenda that we're asking the President to get involved in and assist in bringing Mr. Jarana back.
Yeah. Mr. Jarana has mentioned quite a number of reasons for why he is leaving. One of those is lack of support. In your letter to the Public Enterprises Minister, Pravin Gordhan, what are you asking him to do? Because it sort of seems as if part of his unhappiness is due to the slow decision-making processes from, amongst others, that particular department in his quest to turn around the national carrier.
I think the best thing to look at this is this way. Remember, SAA has not been capitalized since 1994. It's an airline that's busy working on bailouts, and we've had so many chief executives that couldn't turn the airline around. Now, for the first time, we have a gentleman who is intelligent, who was brought in for his intelligence, his acumen for the business. He understands the business. Now, he's brought into a dead airline that is in ICU. So when he comes in, he asks for tools to do the job. He asks for a certain, I need money, I need to be able to do this, I need these, the things that I'm going to need for me to be able to do the job. Now he comes to an environment where the morale of the staff is low. The public does not value the airline anymore. Now when he comes in, you know what, he starts that morale. He makes the employees start to believe in the turnaround strategy that he found there and put some bolts and nuts on it. And now the employees are believing. Yes, it's still difficult, but the employees are now can see where we're going. The public might not see that, but the employees can see where we're going. We're working with an honest person. We're working with a person that has a plan, but now the shareholder is now dragging their legs. So what we're saying is that support the man. You, the one that brought this man, and now we believe in him, and we do believe that he can do the job. Support him, give him the money, give him the board that is going to be able to support the vision. And the shareholder themselves, they must not forget the fact that they haven't recapitalized the airline. Now, the biggest shareholder here, which is the public, are losing. They're losing out. They're having opinions, fair opinions of the airline. This is their pride. We are saying to the public, you have the right man for the job. Remember, this is the government by the people, for the people. Now we are telling the government, the people are saying they want this airline to be properly capitalized, and we have the right person supporting with the right board. That's what we say.
You also spoke about the situation being volatile. Those are your words.
Yes.
Paint a picture for us of what this has done to staff morale. I know that the airline itself has been limping for the longest time, but the latest now in what you are saying is not the right decision. Paint a picture for us of what's going on there now.
Yes. First of all, you must understand, these are the people that have gone through a lot in their lives. These are the people that have been, you've had CEOs coming in, then are now told you have a new CEO, and they've kept quiet. And these are the people that some months they told you might not get your salary. They've put their efforts, because this is their jobs, it's their legacies. And so the workers now have found somebody that they can believe in, somebody that has a vision. Somebody that has told them, go with you. I'm from Labour. As a Labour person, I'm sitting here defending a CEO, which is supposedly probably the first time in the history of the country where a union is going to say, we have a CEO, we want to work with the CEO, and we're moving forward. So now the situation as it stands is that everybody is unsure, but not necessarily unsure, but angry at the inaction of the shareholder or the slow decision making of the shareholder. Now we're talking about structures within the government, which we're trying to say, which Mr. Jarana cited in his resignation letter and said, I find it very difficult for me just to get funding. For me to get funding, I have to go through so many layers. And yet the airline is a liquid airline.
Do you think those frustrations were deliberate? As someone who's in this particular sector, do you think those frustrations were deliberate in order to force him to throw in the towel?
You know what? It's like you took words out of my mouth. To me or to us, it seems like constructive dismissal. Put him in there, let him fail. Put him in there, let him complain, let's privatize. Now this goes back to the call of privatization that has been going on for so many years. There seems to be a cabal, a group of people that are so hell-bent on having South African Airways fail so that it can be privatized. So obviously, no matter how brilliant he is, of which we think he is, Mr. Jarana, he is set up for failure for the purpose of privatization, or for the purpose of bringing in people that are going to work with certain people that are going to benefit from the airline. So now we have our men, we're sticking to that.
All right. Obviously, Mr. Shabangu, we're running out of time. You're marching next week. Tell us a bit about this march.
We are. It's not only the march. We've started the hashtags, and we are going to be marching next week on Tuesday, hopefully after we get all the required licenses. However, I would like to also speak to our members and say, let them calm down a little bit. We know there's issues of downing tools within weekends and all the stuff. We're asking our members to please come down. The leadership of NUMSA, the leadership of SACA are busy working on this issue, and we shall fight properly. If ever, and we pray it does not get to a point where we're going to now call on our members to then list down tools for Mr. Jarana to come back. So at this point, we thank the members of NUMSA, we thank the members of SACA that have come up and stood up for what they believe in.
All right. The SA Cabin Crew Association's Deputy Chairperson, Christopher Shabangu, thank you very much for joining us. Let's continue with other stories now.